Hi there, welcome back to Japan everyone, where I have got a Guinness and a guest.
Hey.
Hello Sakura.
Hi.
So this interview's been a long time coming. Yes, we've been talking about this interview for a while.
Sorry, yeah, I didn't notice your message a year ago. Sorry.
Well anyway, I'm glad to have you here, and of course,
thank you.
This is right before you're about to go and have a practice with your new band.
That's right, and our second show tonight, so.
Second show ever tonight. Wow, okay, so I'm going to ask you a little bit first of all to introduce yourself, introduce your new band. Tell us who we are for those of us who don't already know.
Before, cheers.
Oh, yes, cheers, kanpai.
Cheers, kanpai.
Guinness in a bottle. This is not a sponsored video. I wish it was a sponsored video, but it's not a sponsored video.
Cute, isn't it? Where's this?
Yeah. I need to get paid for advertising if you do that. So tell us a little bit about your new band.
Yeah, we started a band, like guitar and I started a band a year ago, like last November.
Yeah.
Then time flies. Maybe after 10 months later, drama joined us and we're back. Raban.
Yeah, Raban.
But the spell is R-A-B-A-N. Maybe you could write Raban, right?
Well, I was
think?
kind of wondering how you would pronounce it. Yeah.
Raban. I know it's L, but I prefer L. Like I prefer R more than L.
Well, I know it's in Japanese. Like it's R's instead of L's, but when people talk, it sounds more like L's instead of R's.
Yes, because my name is Sakura, right?
Yeah.
Sakura. Maybe L. The sound is like L.
Yeah.
But we put R. I'm not sure. Sakura.
It's when you kind of get the best of both. You get to write the R, which looks interesting, and you get to hear the L, which sounds nice. I guess that's my logic for it.
But looks good. R looks cute. Carve. Cute. When you put the logos on.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, because if you write it with an L, that's just two lines.
Design. We chose R for my band.
This is an important language lesson.
Raban. Yay! And we just had first show 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Then today it's our second show. We just have 6 songs now.
6 songs?
Enough.
So we'll do the rest of the career based on 6 songs. I'm kind of interested though, how do you feel like the style of the music, how do you feel it's different? I mean, are there new things that you're doing in this band that are new for you, or?
The guitar asked me to play the band together, and my guitar was in Sakura Anno. Do you know that band? Japanese band?
No, actually.
You should listen to it. The band is they're not doing, not anymore, but now they're not doing the band, but he was in the Sakura Anno, and I was a big fan of Sakura Anno. Then I was thinking like, I really want to play band with him, the guitar Nadi.
Yeah.
Then surprisingly, he asked me to play the band together. So, oh my gosh, of course. Sure.
That's when you've got to pretend that you're not a fan and just be like, well, I guess I can do it.
I'll think about it.
I'll get back to you in a week. I was like, please still be there. Please still be there.
Dream come true. We play the band together. No. We like the Let's Go's and the Sakura Anno play together because I know hard.
Well, this is something that actually I've noticed happens a lot with bands. Is you'll be like touring with another band or gigging with another band, and then when time comes for you to do something new. That's kind of, you think, wow, I remember it was really fun playing at the same time as them.
Yes, and making some friends, many friends from other band.
Yeah.
Yes, I didn't want to play with boy, not girl, boy.
Yeah.
You know, a powerful,
Well, there's been this whole thing, especially in the last sort of decade or so, where a lot of the female-led Japanese bands are getting really big, and I think that's kind of also, you've noticed a lot of them are getting an international audience. And I think it's very nice actually that being a woman in Japan, actually, it's just very normal to see women in Japanese bands. Whereas I still think most other countries are kind of behind on that.
Really?
Yeah, so I think like Japan is weirdly one of the most progressive countries when it comes to bands.
Yeah, rock and roll country. Oh, really?
Yeah, I think the female, like the sort of all-female band is now very much a Japanese trope. But it's nice as well when you see female-male bands, where there's a mix.
Yeah.
See, we're doing the international perspective today. People are going to be getting in the comments and going, Howard, no, you're wrong. Here's a list of international female bands.
Waiting for the comments.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of comments, and believe they're going to be harsh on me. So, yeah, I mean, in your case though, you've been doing this for a long time. I mean, what first got you into doing music? What first made you into the person you are?
Very first one?
Yeah.
Very first one. I was invited by Coco, the Let's Go.
Alright. So that just...
Can you play the bass in our band? Okay, I will.
But had you played bass before, or did you just learn it for the band?
Yes.
You learned it for the band?
No. I didn't play the bass. I didn't play. So they invited me, then I started the bass.
Ah, so that's how you became a bassist?
Yes.
Just like, I want to be in this band I've been invited to. What instrument is no one playing bass for? I'll do that.
I started the bass because the Let's Go didn't have the bassist.
I see.
Yes. I had no choice. But I'm really happy to be bassist now.
Well, I mean, we were talking a little bit on the way when we were trying to find somewhere to sit down and do this. we were talking a little bit about the fact... Oh!
I'm gonna play with them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, they're one of the bands you're playing?
My friend.
We were actually saying earlier that when it comes to like playing bass, that's actually, in my opinion, probably the most fun position to be in a band.
I think so.
Because, I mean, you're kind of in the middle of everything. Like the drummer obviously sitting down at the back laying down the beat, the guitarist is kind of doing the stuff over the top, but the bassist holds the whole band together. So
that's why I can move a lot,
Yes, and you can move. The drummer is forever consigned to a chair. So
yeah, and I love Suji Claro.
Yes,
I know, of course, right? So bassist is the best position in band. I agree with you. You studied the bass too.
Yes, I'm going to take that sound clip, by the way. I'm going to send it to every guitarist I know. Bass is the best position in the band. So, have you, because you've been like playing with other bands, as you mentioned, have you noticed a big difference between Japanese music and the music from other countries?
Do you listen to Japanese music?
Yeah, I think primarily nowadays I probably listen to more Japanese music than non-Japanese music.
Well, like rock and roll Japanese music you listen to, right?
Yeah, a selection of a lot of different type of music, but a lot of rock as well, yeah.
So hard question though. I don't know. Japanese
What
music.
do you listen to mostly?
American music. I love American music.
What kind of bands? I'm going to press you.
Ramones, MC5, Drum Jet.
Okay.
Sushi.
Are we just naming the classics now?
I don't have to say anymore, right?
Yeah.
You know everything.
It's like, I'm just going to say all the popular bands so everyone agrees. But no, that's a good selection of like, sort of really famous Western artists. But
I don't listen to like music from like listen to music,
Yeah, so I kind of, I mean, I was sort of saying jokingly, you kind of mentioned the classics,
I
but
like
it's
it,
true.
but I prefer old sound. Should I say old sound?
More of a
rock and
pure
roll.
sound, more direct.
Simple.
I think this is a discussion we've had a lot on this channel, is that there's a lot of people have very different feelings about how much like production is used on music now. And I think it depends on what the band's supposed to be. If you're doing a band where it's all high production and that's the purpose, that's kind of fine. But if you're doing a band that's a bit more punky and a bit more raw, it should sound that way. It should be stripped back, it should be direct. So you kind of like that direct feel to it.
I feel like Japanese TV shows and Japanese big festival, like music festival, need to offer more rock and roll, you know.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of rock. I guess there's a lot of rock shows in Japan, but do you feel like the focus is maybe too much on commercial rock? Not enough sort of this like.
I like them too, but if you say rock, you have to offer rock and roll, you know.
It's in the description. It's like, I came here for rock. Where's the rock? Yeah, I think that is actually quite an
But
interesting.
American or European festival, like rock and roll festival, offer rock and roll band, rock band, punk band.
Yeah.
I really love that.
I found a lot of the festivals now, they seem to lean towards metal. Everything's become very metal focused.
Oh, metal.
Yeah.
I've never listened to metal. But, AC/DC is metal or no?
Well, AC/DC is interesting because they're kind of like, they have a bit of a hard rock. Yeah, it's AC/DC. It's not all the screaming and not all the riffing. It is just more.
Between.
Yeah, I guess I think people often refer to it as hard rock, don't they? That's the phrase.
Hard rock. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice word.
It's just an excuse for giving it a name. Yeah. But I think, for me, I feel like, although I kind of like metal, I feel like every time you hear guitar music now, it is very much metal focused. So I would like personally to see a bit more, punk, a bit more that kind of thing, a bit more rock and roll as well. So, are there any Japanese bands that you would recommend to other people?
Of course. You know the answer.
Raban.
Guitar Wolf.
Okay.
Sorry, Raban.
Remember which band?
Oh my god! Take two. Raban.
I did see your post about Guitar Wolf the other day, though. Actually, so yeah, I should have seen that one come.
Oh my gosh! Yes, guitar.
There is a question that I'm going to bring this up. This is a little bit of something different. Now, we do this in all of our interviews, and it's a chance for people to get to know you a little bit better. And what we ask you is, for two things.
Two things, yeah.
Two things. It could be anything in the world that if you could, you would get rid of. Anything that you would totally get rid of. Now, we've had all kinds of strange answers to this. We've had people get rid of their neighbours upstairs. We've had people get rid of pretty much everything.
Well, how about yours?
I did not expect that. Turned it on me already.
Yeah.
What things would I get rid of? I think if I had to get rid of anything, the first thing I would get rid of, and you're going to hate me for this, I would get rid of sweet corn.
Sweet? You don't like it?
It's the worst smell in the world. I know. I'm sorry. This is traumatic. I am aware. But sweet corn has got to go.
Bat mouse.
Bat mouse. Like
Isn't it?
it's a mouse that is a bat.
Bat mouse. Is it right or bat mouse?
Oh.
Someone say something. Someone say
bad
something
mouth.
about bat mouse.
Oh,
Yes.
bad
Sorry.
mouth. I thought it was bat mouse.
No.
This is
My
terrifying.
English.
Bad
Mouth.
Bad mouthing. Oh, you mean people who like talk behind your back?
I really don't like it.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Gossiping.
If you think something, you should tell him or her, you know.
Tell it
Directly,
to
yeah.
But then again, that's a very punk thing to say, isn't it? Because the whole thing about being punk is that you say what you think to people's face. Do you think that some people just are, they don't have the confidence to talk to people's faces?
Oh.
It might be that. But then again, you should never talk behind someone's back. I think we can safely say bad mouthing should be gone. So we're going to eradicate bad mouthing. Bad mouthing is gone. As of tomorrow, there will be no more bad mouthing. Bad mouthing is gone. And anything else that you would get rid of? This is the hardest question that we do. This is why we introduced this question.
Sweet corn.
The smell of sweet corn, it's horrible.
Do you like natto?
Do you know what? Natto, I can eat it, but I'm not a big fan of it. I think natto is like, that's the perfect way to find out if someone's actually Japanese. You give them natto, and if they can eat natto, then, oh, they're Japanese.
I love natto.
It's kind of like in England we have Marmite, which is like...
Marmite?
Yeah. Have you heard of Vegemite?
From Australia?
Yeah, Marmite
I
is the
never
one from
tried that
England.
before.
Basically, if you're not English, you can't eat Marmite. You just look at it and go, what is this black goo? So, but then again, we're drinking Guinness together, so clearly you are nice and international. Guinness from a bottle. By the way, in case anyone does think this is a sponsored video, we do have Carlsberg coasters.
So cute.
It is very cute, that is. So no one can believe that we're being
Oh my
sponsored.
gosh. But I think I don't have.
You don't think you don't have? You're that positive a person.
I am. I am.
Well, that's nice to know that you're that positive. That's always a good sign.
I'm okay with bag, fries, bag.
Oh, bugs. Flying bugs.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I was in Korea recently and there was a mosquito nest right outside my window. I got attacked by hundreds of mosquitoes. I was just covered in bites every day. So maybe that's the other one I get rid of, mosquitoes and sweet corn. I always wonder this with people who work in, sort of doing music, and it's the passion is what they do. What do you kind of see as the future? What things do you want to do? What are like your ambitions? Because obviously you're starting a new band. It's a
In the future?
Yeah. What are you aiming to?
In the future, I really want to go abroad with my band.
Yes.
Yeah, rock around America or Australia, anywhere. I love traveling.
Yeah, traveling's brilliant. You get to see all kinds of different people and it's but I do wonder with that, I mean it's so difficult for a lot of bands now to like fund touring abroad, and yet it seems to be such a big thing.
I did it twice with the Let's Go, my previous one. So that was not difficult. That was not difficult.
It was not difficult. No, it was quite easy to
And
say.
I always go with Guitar Wolf, the tour. So Guitar Wolf had a tour every year, maybe twice in every year. So I don't feel it's difficult.
Really? So, because I mean, a lot of bands, you hear a lot of bands, it's sort of a case of finding time and trying to get the money together to do it, and it can be a very sort of expensive
Because I
process.
have so many friends
all
over the world.
That's the trick. Be popular first. Kind of, have you found that using the internet is helping? So obviously you had a YouTube channel. I think you're still running a YouTube channel.
I had.
Yeah, had. Okay, it's past tense. But like, how do you feel like? Do you feel like using the internet is a good way to connect with people? Because you said you got like friends all over the world. Yeah. So what kind of things do you really envisage? Do you envisage using the internet to help Raban spread and sharing the music that way, or do you think gigging itself is the best way?
You mean which SNS is?
Well, I'm just using SNS as a general. Using YouTube, using these things.
Before I used to use SNS to spread our band a lot, but now.
Because you had a lot of videos with Let's Go's, and there was a lot of music videos. Do you think that kind of thing really helps for bands?
It helps, yeah.
It does help. Yeah.
Because the people in the world knows us,
It is true. I mean, like coming up to doing this.
If they watch, they can know us.
I've had so many people.
YouTube.
Yeah, so many people on YouTube telling me about big fans of yours from all different places, who've been like asking me questions to ask you and things like that.
Listen to Raban next.
It's an order. It's like listen to Raban. So for you, it is something where you do still envisage using the. Because I think if we didn't see you online, I think there would be a lot of people in other countries who would miss you. So do you think like Raban are gonna be are you gonna video any live shows?
We don't have a Raban channel yet, so Yeah. Oh, I will. We will. Yeah, we should do it.
I think I hope we see more of it.
Well, we just started. We just started, so.
People are excited. So tell us about these 6 songs then. You've got 6 songs so far.
6 songs.
What?
The guitar made it.
The guitarist is the one.
wrote the songs. So nice. The title?
Well, what do you? Is there something that you like about any of your songs? Do you have a favorite?
Like so many people ask me like, what kind of like your band? What kind of rock and roll? Like the type? Like, is it rock and roll, punk, garage, pop?
Yeah.
Everybody asks me, but I have no idea.
Oh, really?
Rock, punk, garage? We are just Raban, I don't know.
Well, I mean, I guess if you got like guitar, bass, and drums, it's kind of like a rock setup. But you feel like the songs, they're all got like their own personality. I do think that's kind of important though. Like I think most of the best bands, so you can't always do every song in the same feeling. Each song's got to have a different feeling, hasn't it? Really?
Different.
Yeah, it's got to express something different in each song.
we have to call my member. I have no idea.
Because you always come across as a very happy person. You've got a very happy outlook.
I'm really happy. With beer.
Yeah. That's why we got these to begin. Yeah. So do you always like prefer to do the happy songs? Are you one of those people who's always like looking forward to getting on stage and doing a happy song?
But I made not happy song, unhappy song before.
Yeah.
In the Let's Go's. So not always happy. So hard. But it's happy song, yes.
Yes.
Never, yes.
Raban is basically a happy band because all the pictures, I was looking at the pictures of you guys, it was like the other 2 members, they look just as happy as you. I was like, this must be like the most fun band in the world. Like you look at Guitar Wolf and they do look serious. I look at you guys and you guys look like you've all just been like drinking constantly. It's like constant happiness.
Yeah, I want to do the band with happy person, No, serious. Happy.
Do you kind of feel like the 3 of you just have that good chemistry where you just kind of work together in that way?
Drama made 3 or 4 songs for Raban. Then I wrote the lyrics, 2 or 3 songs. But now we just play guitar songs from guitar.
You just listened to his songs and went, yep, we like those.
Because I was really fan of him, so it's good. Let's do it.
You've given it away now. Now he knows you're a fan.
Yeah. Oh, you have a new song? Okay. Let's do it.
You wants to play his songs, yeah. So when you do that, when he brings a song to you guys, do you sort of feel like, okay, now I add my own like personality to it, or do they just come to you and you just go, yes, that's
I say a lot. I really want to add that part more punk, or I say a lot.
So it's kind of like you like his songs, but then you add your own personality to it.
Of course, because it's the 3 of us,
Yeah.
The band of 3 of us. So.
That's really nice, yeah.
And we are so close. So before the band, we are friends. We are good friends. So we are so close. That's a good thing.
That is lovely. That is lovely. Because when you're playing with friends, it's not even work. It's just fun, isn't it? So that's great. So you've got 6 songs together. You're playing in Shimokitazawa tonight.
Tonight, yes.
And by the time this video comes out, that gig is already going to have happened. So sorry, you missed it. Look for the next one. And yeah, I mean, when you're playing these shows, so you've got 6 songs. So is it a 6-song set, or do you like add any covers, or what do you do?
Oh, sorry. We made 5 songs. Sorry. 5 songs and
It's
1 cover.
And 1 cover. Okay. What do you cover?
The coolest.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We are the tour manager of them.
A
month ago.
Yeah, I'd seen like that, and I was like wondering what that connection was.
Then Guitar and I were tour manager of them. Then they were really nice and they were so cool. Then we listened to their songs every day. So then we remember. Oh, why not? Let's play Kumit's song.
They do know you're playing their song, right?
And yeah. Then we said, can we cover your song? Of course, please do it.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, no, I did. And actually, I should point out that their picture is right there on the bag. Let's move in for a closer look at that. There you
go. Devil Dogs, do you know? Devil
Dogs, yeah, I noticed that as well.
My favorite band.
Well, you've got like 2 of the patches, so it was like that.
My friend.
Oh, they're your friends?
My friend, yes.
Oh,
my
really?
guitar and my father's friends, but my friend too. I went to his house and I stayed.
Really? Because you mentioned that this bag, so this was a guitar case that your father actually got for you.
When I started the band, yes.
Yeah, because it's got the Let's Go's logo on the side as well. So that's even nice. Yeah. Wow, so that's just like really nice that you're kind of carrying a lot of your memories with you. Like I see you've got a signature on here.
From my friends. The Hawaiian, the guitar hole played with Hawaiian in Europe.
Okay.
And we are kind of friends. We're friends, so they gave me this sticker and.
That is actually, now I'm looking at it closer, that is a really cool logo. The guy has got like...
gorilla? Is it gorilla?
He's kind of like a gorilla guy. I haven't seen a gorilla wear sunglasses before, but he's kind of like a gorilla guy. He's got gorilla legs, like a guy's hairstyle, and he's got like a floating ring.
Yes.
Cool logo. Oh man, and
I
you've got the dynamite.
I want more. I have some spaces more.
There is space for more, isn't there? The next one's going to be a Guitar Wolf one, and maybe a Raban one as well.
Doesn't make the patch.
Really? Actually, a lot of people we were talking to on our community, I think it's come up recently, is we're talking about merchandise that you can get at gigs. And it's such a popular thing in Japan that bands sell towels. That feels really weird for like foreigners, like getting a towel at a gig.
That's right. I've never seen the towel, like band towel in Europe before.
Yeah.
Never. American too.
I get that it's supposed to maybe be for your sweat at the show, or maybe you can use it as almost like a little hang-up poster when you get home. But for most people I talk to, it's like, well, I don't really want to get out the shower and wash myself with my favourite band. It feels a bit perverted. So it's a thing that maybe doesn't.
The towel, that's right.
I think the patches is maybe more of a normal one, isn't it?
Yeah.
The guitars, don't do them.
I will tell my dad.
maybe you should have to get a guitar.
Dad, please make patch.
And what guitar, if I can ask, what guitar do you have in there?
A bass?
Yeah, what bass do you have in there?
Red.
Let's have a little look.
Heavy one, heavy.
Wow, that is gorgeous.
White. I love big bass.
Yes.
I'm small. The small girl has big bass. It's good, right? It looks so cool.
I like that explanation. It's like compensating for your height.
And I love this one.
Oh.
Heavy. That's right.
Oh.
My favorite.
Yeah, that is very punk. It's a very punk strap you got on there. I like the whole colour though, that sort of nice cream and black. It looks, you were talking earlier about that sort of retro vintage feel. It's kind of got a vintage feel to it as well, hasn't it?
So cool. Powerful, I think.
Yeah, and also a big bass, like you say, you kind of get more tone out of it as well. I think a lot of the time people don't realise this, but when you're doing sort of like punk or rock and roll, it's actually a lot of the higher tones that come off the bass that are the most useful. When you can hear the body of the bass, you can hear it rattle when you play it. That's like the best sound. I love that when you've got like a charging punk, like, especially when you're using like a pick or something,
Yes.
and you just hear that sort of rattle coming out the body of the bass. I love that sound. Yeah, That's a beautiful sound. So is this like the bass that this is your bass you use for everything, right? So you stick to one.
I just have one.
Loyalty. Has it had any repairs or has it had to be fixed in its life?
Not yet.
So you treat it well. You treat it well.
Not yet.
Oh, I can see the love. I can see the love you have for this bass. Thank you very much. Cheers. Well, I wanted to say, honestly, a really big thank you for doing this interview.
Of course.
I know it's taken
Anytime.
a long time to get this together, but you are a very busy person, and I know a lot of people. Every time we were talking about any of your music, it always came up. Howard, are you doing the interview yet? Are you doing the interview yet? And so finally, here it is. We promised. It happened. But yeah, no, I really appreciate it. Obviously, Raban are going to. They don't have a YouTube channel yet. I say yet because hopefully it's going to happen. But do keep looking for them. Obviously, you're on Twitter.
I'm on Twitter, Instagram, yes.
So do you want what social media should people follow?
Instagram.
Instagram's the best one. And how do they find you?
Because I don't see Twitter so many times.
Oh, okay.
That's why I didn't notice your message. Sorry. For a year. I use Instagram.
How do we find you on Instagram?
My full name Sakura Anno. SAKURA_ANNO.
Yes. Wonderful. And so yeah, fully recommend follow. And plus as well, there's a lot of interesting stuff. You post a lot of fun stuff as well. So that's how I knew about your Guitar Wolf obsession. And yeah, absolute pleasure. So I'm going to say thank you. We're going to end this one for now, and I will see you guys soon for the next one of these.
Yay! Wait for second interview.
I'm going to convince her to do a second one. She'll have to think of the second thing she wants to get rid of by then. It'll be interviews.
Wait for the comments.
Yeah, get in the comments and tell me bad things about me.
Good thing call me.
Hey! For now, everyone. Ciao, ciao.
Yeah.
That was